Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to another Launch and Learn with Product Management. This afternoon we have Stephen, Michael, myself, Lee, Brian, Sharon, and Jason. And today Michael is going to be presenting our new recurring billing by date feature. Take it away, Michael.
Alright, today we're going to talk about a new feature we've added to recurring products. It's been a big request on our user voice forum and from our merchants for a while now, I guess. The ability to build recurring events on a consistent day every single month. So if we go down to a product in our apparel store here that we've set up with the new feature and switch over to the recurring tab, all of the functionality, all the features that you're used to seeing here have been shifted a little bit in order to accommodate a new option here on how you bill your recurring events. You'll see you now have two options to schedule recurring events. So these are the recurring event, of course, is the event that triggers future or subsequent orders for that recurring product. The first radio button and the default, if you ever create a new recurring product, is the option that you've always had. So this allows you to create a recurring event based on a cycle. You can do it, once every 30 days, once every 20 days. Bi-weekly, you would put once every 14 days. Excuse me. And then that recurring event would be, when a recurring event is created, it would bill on that cycle however many times, 10 times, 10 times or however many that your recurring event is set up for. Now the new feature here, you can set up by changing the radio button rather, is monthly by purchase date. Now what that means is the recurring event is going to be set up to bill consistently on the same day every single month, month after month, for however many times your recurring event is set to charge based on each individual customer's purchase date. So today is the 12th. We're shooting this video on the 12th. If we set this up, and we're going to run through in a minute an example purchase, the recurring event that is set up will be set to charge or to spawn a new recurring order once a month on the 12th, because the 12th is the day that I set that purchase. So if we switch over to our apparel company web store, we're going to go to the women's t-shirts to find the product that we've got set up with the new feature, which is our T-shirt of the month club. And if we add this to the cart, T-shirt of the month club right here for $12.49. We're going to check out, fill in our information. Now now that we've placed the order, if we go over to our regular orders page, you can see that here's the product that we just purchased, and of course, being a recurring product, you'll see that it spawned a recurring event that will trigger future recurring orders for this product. And if we open it up to take a look, you'll see there's a new field here on the general information of the recurring order details page that offers a drop-down menu with all the days of the month, and it's set to whatever day the purchase was placed. So from now on, this particular order is set to an infinite cycle. It'll bill month after month. And it will bill this customer every single month on the 12th, providing a consistent billing date.
So what would happen if someone were to purchase something on the 31st?
If anybody purchases on the 29th, 30th, or 31st, those are all potentially days where there may be months that don't have that number of days. What we will do is always bill on the last day of the month before that date. So for instance, if I were to purchase something on the 31st of a month, and then the following month there is no 31st, there's only 30 days in the month, it would be billed on the 30th. and then it would be reset again to the 31st of the next month. So what would happen if somebody purchases on the 31st is 6 months of the year they would be billed on the 31st, and 6 months of the year they would be billed on the 30th. Actually 5, and then on February they would be billed on the 29th.
So what would happen if you had a product that was configured to bill every 30 days and you changed it to monthly billing going forward? What would happen to the existing recurring events?
All that will do is affect subsequent purchases of that product. So it won't go back and change or modify existing recurring events. So once a recurring event is set at either monthly billing or cyclical billing, you can't change the event itself.
Okay.
But you can certainly change the product so that any future orders are spawned under the new feature.
Michael, I see that this recurring event, we can actually go in, it's worth a mention, and we can actually modify that billing day. So if the customer were to call in and say, oh, I don't get paid until the 15th of each month, and I'd really like my recurring to change, that the customer can actually go in, select the modify the monthly billing day, and select that field and save it.
Yeah, and even more than that, we kept merchants who have been using recurring will recognize the next charge date. That tells you when the very next instance of this recurring event is due to be billed. And we've kept that separate from the monthly billing date. And that gives them a little bit of flexibility as well. They can modify, like in your example, Sharon, the consistent monthly date. If the 12th doesn't work for somebody, and they say, look, I consistently get paid on the second Sunday of the month, so if you can put it, say the 20th, and then I'll always have money in my account for that. We could save that so month after month it gets billed on the 20th without actually affecting the very next date. And on the flip side of that, if somebody says, well, look, this month I just don't have the money on the 20th, can you just change this particular one to the 25th? We could do that as well without changing the month after month billing date. So it gives merchants a little bit of flexibility from a customer service standpoint in helping their customers get billed whenever is convenient.
Thank you, Michael, and thank you everyone for joining us. This has been our presentation of date-based billing for recurring orders.